Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm sorry. I recognize the presence of a lot of my good friends there in your hall. I would have really joined myself personally. I didn't know you were holding a seminar like this and you wanted to speak. I thought I would only go on the stream. Anyhow, the question is about social justice, which we have earlier also have participated in one of your deliberations where I had given my views. My views are not that definitive or descriptive or narrative in the theatres. I always get bothered, despite all of us talking for this centuries, how come the social justice is justice? There's nothing like social justice because society justice that you are asking for the people in a country like us, where absolutely 20%, 10% of people are poor, are rich, and others are really poor. We are talking about those sections. Then how come we have not been able to come out with some kind of a agenda, some kind of a answer to these problems? These issues of Supreme Court and this kind of cases have gone to Supreme Court many a time, and Supreme Court always came in support of the weaker sections. The question is this: social justice is nothing but equality. We are asking for equal behavior pattern. In a country like ours, you have two classes. You see, you are always thinking, yesterday I was talking to the parliament and saying we are being identified more by the religion and the caste and creed. No, we are actually identified by the class. We belong to a class which really is fighting the other class, which is enjoying the fruits of independence, enjoying the fruits of development. Today, most of us know that 42 to 50% of the wealth of the country is in the hands of 1% of people. And the other thing, even 60% of the wealth is distributed among 3% of people. So this is the class distinction that exists today in this country. That is why the communist friends talk about the class approach. This is what exactly they mean by it. So we need to fight. Unfortunately, what has happened is caste has also become the class. In this country, the weaker sections and the backward classes are nothing but poor people. They're identified as a poor. So when we talk about caste or when we talk about the class, we talk about the weaker sections in this country. The concept of social justice has not yet been defined by anybody, very acceptable to all people. Even Supreme Court, while it did not give definition, it did say, it leaned and said, anything that goes into the benefit of the weaker sections is social justice. This is what Supreme Court said in one of its judgment. I am not able to recollect that. But today, thus, when I'm talking of Supreme Court, the legal systems in this country has accepted social justice as a legal organ, as an organ of our justice system, legal system. So when we have all these things in our support, when people like you are in our support, when the backwarders are moving in our support, as Fauziaji just now said, take for example the bill today which had come before the parliament. It had asked for the reservation of women, which is really welcome. Really welcome in the sense it has done very good. We were asking for reservation, but it has discriminated within itself. It has exposed the drafter. It says it has that same kind of reservation of 30% or whatever percentage it is for SCs and STs. But it purposefully, deliberately forgot or eliminated the backward classes. When we talk about society, when we talk about law for a society, we talk about the entity. We talk about all the people put together. And the majority of them are nothing but the SCs, STs, BCs, OBCs, and minorities. They constitute something like 70 to 75%. If you forget about it and discriminate it, bring SCs into that and SCs into that, which is welcome, which we want it, we are their co-partners. What we are trying to say is the attitude, the class attitude of the people who are ruling is that they look to entirely balance it to entirely a different class as such. This is what exactly we do. But what I'm saying is while we talk about backward classes and we talk about social justice, we need to come out with some kind of a program, concrete program, by all of us, including the parliamentarians. Mr. Raja is also there, including parties. They must come out with some kind of a program that is going to do good. Now, of late, there has been a lot of discussion on some kind of a religion, Hinduism, and I'm not trying to get into that big kind of a discourse. But I will tell you, the pernicious practices that this country are adopted, are practiced from the traditions, whom a person, no less than a person like Prime Minister, says all Sanatanis should join together, unite. That means what? It's a war crime. You are asking the Sanatanis to join together as non-Sanatanis. This is exactly the attitude of the class. Although I'm telling you here is a caste, it is a class. It is totally a prime minister coming and telling you. Now, what exactly does it all mean? When in Tamil Nadu, some kind of a slogan was brought out. Some friend of mine, as a minister, said that he doesn't believe in Sanatani, or he doesn't believe in anything. He said he doesn't believe in caste. We don't believe in caste. Let me make it so clear to you that there is a thing like a caste, although Purusha Sukta. If you are trying to talk about Hinduism and say Hinduism never talked about it, it is Purusha Sukta which talk about it. And look into Rigveda, the 10th mandala. What he said, he talks about Sutta Mandala, Purusha Sukta, and he said Brahmin is separated, Kshatriya is separated, Vaishya is separated, Shudra, and everybody is created, but Shudra is born. That means there is no hierarchy, there is no upward movement in that. So these are few things. All of us have been discussing, all of us have been exposing it, but nonetheless, we had not really come out with some kind of a program which will really become our tool to fight this class system or this society. I'm not trying to get into the right. I don't want to get into the religious discourse at this point in time, although that's very important because that does not speak about the religion, but it speaks about the discrimination as such. It speaks about the poor and the rich as such. I would like to say about deal more with this backward classes or this downtrodden. See, the other day, I heard, we heard in Parliament, and so what kind of a new class you are creating? Supreme Court, I forgot, I think, has considered one body which is weaker in strength should be classified as a class. It is Supreme Court judgment, please. When Supreme Court said one body can be treated as one class which has disabilities, that means we have accepted that there is a need for social justice and social distributive system. A distributive justice is what exactly we are asking. What is that distribution we are asking? We are asking social assets only. The land doesn't belong to nobody has produced land. We think we have a right on that land. Even if I'm a farmer, even if I farm labor, even if I have a tenant, whatever it is, my right should be accepted. That is why Tenancy Act came in. Now today you are giving you, go by to that. So what I am trying to tell you, Mr. Wilson, is this, and my friends before me, see, social care has to be, the affirmative action which I thought is a revolutionary concept, which not only India gave to herself, but even Ambedkar had really championed that cause. This affirmative action that we are asking, this is removing the discrimination. We should think that we must rely more on that. We should champion that cause. And I beg of all my friends here before me that because you have something, you have some strength, you have some standing in the society, let us all join together to fight ills of this society, which are based on caste or religion or vision or whatever it is, so that we stand for social justice and for society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now invite our guest of honor, Hon'ble Thiru